Today we will have a practical video. So instead of talking about native ads, I will show you some native ads in a praxis sample. So what we're doing, we will jump in a few seconds on my screen and just scrolling a little bit around. We are scrolling a little bit around to news pages, to international ones, and see how funnels are working, that you will be able to decide what's arbitrage content, what's affiliate content, what's brand content. We will jump into a few different funnels and you will see some good, mediocre and some bad samples just as an inspiration. So this video will not be the right path how you do native ads, but this video will give you an inspiration, what you have to take care about, and maybe also what you have to avoid when you want to run native ads by your own. Hi everyone, my name is Marcel Sattler. I'm the founder of Purple Black, a native advertising only agency. So what we're doing on a daily basis is we run profitable native ads on a lot of traffic platforms like Taboola, Outbrain, Yahoo Gemini, and many more. And when we are scrolling or investigating or do some research, we see a lot of native ads. A lot of them are also from us, but we also see a lot of different competitor native ads, let's say that. And when we analyze them, sometimes there are very good parts which we really like, but sometimes there are also parts where you say, why did they do this? Nobody understands it because this cannot be working. And why do we know this? Because we run native ads for more than 10 years, and therefore you have a very good feeling from your gut, you know what's working and what's not working. Of course, you have to test everything against each other because we are talking here about data-driven insights. But when you see, there are some samples where you see, this will not work in this way, or okay, that looks really nice. This should work usually. So yeah, therefore, let's jump on my screen to see how it's looking in the praxis. All right, let's start and jump into the first pages here. So as far as you know, the native ad part is when you jump into an article. For example, here we are at USA Today and scroll down to the bottom of the page. By the way, here are a lot of ads on it. So you see here, there's a top banner. Okay, in this case, it's from USA Today by themselves. But there is also, here we already have some native advertisement, which you see here, for example, app install. This could be some arbitrage content. Here you have usually some Google stuff, also some Google stuff. And yeah, when you scroll down to the bottom of the page, then we see here very tiny the Taboola feed. And let's see what we have here. So we have here the highest return CD rates, which with no penalties for seniors. So that's seems like a performance ad. Let's take a look into it. Okay, that's arbitrage. That's in this case, that's search arbitrage. So when we click on it, you see we are landing on a Yahoo page, in this case, in a Yahoo search page. So that's arbitrage content. The goal here is that people are searching for some topics which they're interested in. And therefore it's called search arbitrage. By the way, I have a video here on YouTube about search arbitrage where I talk a little bit more about search arbitrage in general. So look at this one, what we have here. In this case, we also have arbitrage, but here we have a content arbitrage. So the difference here on search arbitrage versus content arbitrage is here at content arbitrage, people want, or the advertiser want you to click, because the more you click, the more money they usually get from, for example, Google AdSense. Because you see here, everything is full with banner ads. And that's usually Google AdSense. And for every click, the page loads new and they will get paid. So for example, they know exactly after the 5th or 6th slide, they are break even and then you're profitable. So therefore, when they open a story here, for example, these are the short kings of Hollywood. They usually will play, in this case, it's not very professional, but usually they play a little bit more with curiosity. So you want to see, for example, because they already pronounced it, number 9 will shock you. And maybe they know exactly after the 6th or 7th, they're profitable, and you will click to the 9th because of curiosity. So they know exactly they will be in the green area. So that's content arbitrage in this case. Let's see what we have here. Seems like search arbitrage. Yeah, it is search arbitrage. So that's kind of search arbitrage. I will just open a few in the background just to swipe around. Search arbitrage, search arbitrage. So what we have here, it seems like a little bit of performance, but now I'm curious by myself. Looks like a bit of a weird funnel because I don't really, so usually to understand it, I have to read what it's about. But in this case, it's a bit weird, to be honest, because I don't know really why it's an ad, because it's content without call to action or stuff like that. So that's a bit of a weird funnel. However, let's go to the next one. So, and you see already here some arbitrage stuff. They're playing with images like this one here. So usually that's hard on the border that Taboola will approve it. But however, that's a typical performance site here in this case. So you see that's an advertorial. It's a very bad made advertorial because I have now a VPN for the USA and they think I'm in another country, and usually it should be trending in the US. So you see that's not very professional, but at least it looks like an advertorial. And that's a typical kind of advertorial. You see here this approach with healthy living. Of course, it's not a real news content page. Some background information. In this case, it should look like a TV show, like announced a TV show, stuff like that. And here you have some normal written copy inside to try to convince you with some before and after samples and stuff like that. So optically, it looks okay. It is not the best tutorial I've ever seen, but it looks okay. So absolutely okay. And of course, the goal is that you click on the product. So all links usually should just link to this product here, and let's click on that one. So now we are on a direct checkout page. Let us see how it looks like. So in this case, it could be an affiliate product. And I'm pretty sure that it is one. So here we have an advertorial from an affiliate. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. So, but that one, what you see before, was the advertorial from an affiliate. And here you see we are on an offer page, and this is okay made because it's a health-related product, and they give us a little bit information. Because usually when we're talking about health-related products, it always makes sense to give people a little bit more background information and not just send them to a direct checkout. So in general, it looks okay, and the funnel also looks okay. And you see here they don't show you any prices. They just give you the discount here, and they want to gather more information until they show you the prices. We also split tested this, and to be honest, you have to split test it if it makes sense to or what's more profitable in your case, to first gather all the informations or already make the prices visible, like free packages, and the most valuable one is in the middle or stuff like that. So this one you have to test. To be frank, we not always have the best experience with. First of all, we want to have all the personal data, and then we show them the prices. Because when it's not mentioned in the editorial, people don't know how much does it cost, and they should already get all the personal data yet. But maybe it's just a split test in the background. But yeah, you definitely have to test stuff like that. All right, so what we have here with a pop-up, okay, that's an advertorial. And here we have Instapage. I see it here on the, I see it here because of the favicon. That's an Instapage site. And yeah, so that's a very simple one, to be honest. And that's a very simple one, and that's more or less just a shopping ad. Yeah, okay. In this case, it's for a shopping extension for Google Chrome. By the way, those shopping extensions on Google Chrome, they was very, very famous a few years ago. Currently, there are not a lot of those kind of ads anymore on native, but yeah, they was very, very famous. Here we have another kind, and that's the typical, let's say, a little bit shady stuff. And usually it's not working very well. So that's for sure an affiliate product with a video sales letter before, with a VSL. And the goal here from the advertiser is that someone is looking this VSL to not to read the advertorial. So it should replace the advertorial. But usually it's not very, very native. So we saw in the prospecting, it's very hard to use a VSL instead of using an advertorial. But we saw, for example, for cases like retargeting, a VSL could make sense because look here, in this case, I couldn't click somewhere. I have to wait and watch this VSL for a few minutes until there will appear a button to see the offer page or to click on the offer page. So therefore, usually it's not the best approach, but you have to test it. A lot of ClickBank offers and stuff like that have these approaches, and yeah, it's not always working as good as expected, to be honest. All right, here we have search arbitrage again. What we have here, all right, here we have some arbitrage. Here, that's nice. That's some arbitrage. Yeah, that's some search arbitrage, but with cruises. And you see, it's not very professional made. So usually it's a bit scammy because the images have the wrong ratio. They're just crapped, and yeah, it's not looking very nice. So people or some bad advertisers don't put a lot of effort in those kind of ads, and I don't really like that, because when you do something, it should be at least okay. Okay, we already saw this one, and that's arbitrage. So okay, that's interesting. What we see here is you see a dynamic ad, a video or a MP4 file or a GIF file, and of course you will get a way more information here on this clip than, for example, here on this clip. Not all pages allow them, but when they allow them, they usually have higher CTRs, and yeah, therefore cheaper prices. And in this case, we also have a VSL, I think. Oh no, we don't have a VSL. But we have here offer page, which looks okay. Maybe a little bit big, everything, but okay. But this definitely is fine. It's yeah, you see it's way more attentionable than, for example, this one here. And you see we are here now in the US. So in the US are a lot of affiliate products here on native, but also a lot of arbitrage. So let's change it, or let's switch to a different network, in this case to Fox, and see if we have a little bit of difference here from the quality of the ads or in general. So here we have the Outbrain feed, and what we have here, let's open it. Here's a game, a little bit arbitrage, so let's take a look at it. All right, so here we have, maybe you can remember this one. That's the Chrome extension. When we click here, we'll go to the Chrome store. Here we have a game. Then we have here some, okay, that's it looks like an ebook for investment opportunity. And this usually is working okay, but in general, I would add, before we have the direct approach, in this case, I think an advertorial would make sense to give people a little bit more background information, what they can expect and stuff like that. Because I know here in this case, they will play with a lot of curiosity and they will get as much as contact data as possible. But yeah, I think that's a little bit unspecific, because what is an investor and stuff like that. So usually things that are more concrete are working better, like if you have $10,000, you should invest this, or millionaires would invest $10,000 in this stocks or something like that. So therefore, I usually would add an advertorial before of that, but it should be tested, of course. Arbitrage, okay, that should not be happen, of course, because they paid for the click, they paid for the impression, but yeah, there's an error, so they don't get any money out there. Here we have an advertorial again. Let's see for what it is. I think it's arbitrage. Yep, it's search arbitrage. And yeah, so let's go back here. So you see they have a very, very small part, to be honest, for native ads, and sometimes also very slow thing, but here they have a little bit more or something different. So let's take a look what it is. Gaming, arbitrage. So maybe here we have something. And you see what's of course is very important always, not just for native ads, is page speed, because page speed is very, very important. And if you know Google ads or Facebook ads, you already know this, but a lot of people, especially native, didn't give a lot of effort, or it doesn't put a lot of effort into the page speed. So this page looks fine. It looks pretty nice, to be honest. It's more an offer page, so they skipped the advertorial, but we have a very nice offer page with some information about very easy readable information. So not a lot of text, but I can fast recognize what it is about. So yeah, this looks really, really nice, to be honest. I definitely would test it additionally with an advertorial, but yeah, in general, this page looks really nice. And you may know this approach because some other food brands are using the same thing, like for example HelloFresh. It looks almost the same. So this looks very, very nice. And yeah, more or less it's all the same as you can see here, especially in the US, because we are now using a VPN for the US. We have a lot of arbitrage, whether it's search arbitrage or content arbitrage. We have affiliate and just a bit of brand content. So the last one here from Farmer's Dog was brand content, but the rest is arbitrage. The rest is a little bit of affiliate, but most of them is arbitrage. I hope you liked this practice video. If so, I would extremely appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, of course, and when you subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive updates when I upload a new video about native ads here on YouTube. Have a good one. See you next time.